There it is. You are live. Hello, Mr. Ed here on a kind of chilly December 7th, 2024. We've already got Easy Reader. He's out there watching and left a comment. And Dr. Bruce Kaminsky also. Good morning, Dr. Bruce. Thank y'all for joining me this morning. And I know there was, I saw in the waiting, there was 4 or 5 waiting. So that's awesome. Uh, it always amazes me that I just go live and then people watch. It's just like unbelievable. So I really appreciate the fact that for those that take the time to get on and join, sit in and talk a while. Wooblings Bees, where are you from, Wooblings? Good morning. It just it's just humbling, really, to have all you all want to join with me this morning. Stuffy. Now that's 2 names I don't recognize. Stuffy and Wooblings Bees. 007 MoMA. Good morning. Look at that. James from Little Klondike's Outdoors. Thorn Huser. Good morning, Thorn. A couple of members. That's James and Thorn. They're members. Oh, Captain Brian. Hey, Brian, how I hope you're recovering. You haven't been telling me your updates on your recovery after the surgery. Ernie, good morning from Ada, Oklahoma. Central Kentucky Bees, good morning. Denisha Blyther, thank you, Denisa. Iron sharpens iron. Tracy Bigums. Tracy. Hey, Tracy, I guess you got to work by now because when I talked to you yesterday, you were still on the road. Merlin the Wizard. Good morning, Larry. Teddy. Shalom to you as well, brother. Sherry Cheney. Good morning. Hey, Mr. Ed, glad to see you on this bright, sunny Saturday. It's a brisk 38 degrees. Right now, this morning it was 37. I don't know what it is outside right now. It's been 2 hours or so. The Beehive Homestead. Good morning. Jan Brigman from Gilmer, Texas. Where's Gilmer, Jan? Hip is going good. All right. Sometime in I thought that you were I thought you told me you were going to be flying in January. Now it's March. Hey, Jared, stay tuned, Jared. I got to show you stuff off. Good morning, Robert. Robert Hilliard, another one of the fine members on my channel, as well as Jared and Brian Mike, Captain Mike. Via Honeybees. Oh, look at that. It's Tom and Melissa. Good morning. David Sykes, Apache, Oklahoma. Wow, we got him coming in. James says, thought I'd spied rocket scientist in the dedication video. I don't think he was there. 21 in Lynchburg, Virginia. John O'Donnell from Scotland, UK. All right, we got our first overseer. We're out selling our last 2 husky puppies. Wish us luck. Oh, you'll get rid of them. They're going to want those. Yeah, and then Tracy says he made it safe because I talked to him. He was driving from Broussard, Louisiana to his job in Carlsbad, Nevada. Karen, good morning. You made the live. I hope you're not disappointed. West Cliffs Honey Company. John, good morning, Mr. Ed. Good morning. Hey, Merlin the Wizard. I'm in Fernham, Virginia, so we are close by. Ernie Staggs, Erlos Bees. Mizad, good morning, sir. Good morning. Tom Goodspeed from Yuma, Arizona. Tom, I did get your email, and I really love all the pictures. I can't believe that you all are now in a house. I mean, I thought you're all going to be road warriors the rest of your life, but I'm happy for you. Be Dad Homestead, rocket scientist Steve. Great to have you aboard this morning, Steve. In case you didn't know, Steve, James already, he chimed in. He was asking about you. Freezing my behind off in Omaha, 35. Ugh, definitely cold. Andrew Bacon, good morning, Andrew. And Andrew, I've got yours labels to show this one, so you got to stick around. From stormy London, Mountaintop Beekeeping. Good evening, sir. How are you? Evening? What time is it in Mountaintop Beekeeping? It's only 9 o'clock here. YouTube user. Good morning, Mr. Ed. I enjoy watching your content so much. I love that I'm able to learn so much from your videos. I'm always amazed when I hear that people learn stuff from my videos, because I don't do that with the intention of teaching. I guess it's just a product of it. But we're really here just to have fun and share the joy of keeping bees, and in my experience of it. And that's just such a bonus, that my experience of beekeeping, that you can glean something from that, and use it to your benefit as well. So I'm happy to do that. I really am. I'm a blessed man, and I love sharing the blessings that are given to me. Good morning, Annette. Oh, I'm doing awesome. So glad to have you here. That's probably at least 10 members already. At least 10 members are already watching the live broadcast. So it's really awesome that having my members join me. And for those that aren't aware of it, along with subscribers, YouTubers can have what they call a membership program, and it's just an additional way that people viewing the channel can help support the creator of that channel. In this case, it would be me, by supporting them monetarily. And I have minimal membership. It's $4.99 a month, and that's a recurring charge on your credit card. And you can join it and not join it whenever you feel like it. But for all the members, all the people that are members, thank you all very, very much for that added support that you give to me, besides just the regular watching of the videos. And you do get I do a few extra things for members. They get to watch the videos prior to the posting on Fridays. I shout their name out when they first become a member, and then also I do members only videos. So it's not a lot of perks, but most of the people that are members had expressed to me how they could support in some other ways. And so the membership program offered by YouTube is one of the means of doing that, instead of Patreon or the number of other ways. I just chose to use the membership program. Beehive Homestead. Mr. Ed, I always enjoy the videos. I learned about doing cutouts from you and Randy and love doing them. So please keep it up. Oh, trust me, that's the only really beekeeping I do is cutouts, and I love doing them. It's just so much fun. And I don't know if you know it, or if any of y'all know it, but the video I posted yesterday was a cutout that Dirt Rooster and I worked on together. It was a lot of fun, a lot of fun. So if you missed the video, haven't seen it yet, it's posted. It's called the 628 Dirt Rooster something. I don't know. Milan from Siberia. Wow. Hello, Milan. Commercial time. I don't see anything. I'm just I'm I hope you join back with me, 007. Clay, man, Clay, I'm looking forward to seeing you in Louisville in a couple of weeks. So make sure you come up and talk to me, because I like to see you again. Color me influence. You look like a monk today. Yeah, in my gray sweatshirt. It's cold outside. I do not like cold weather at all. And when I left the house this morning, it was 37, 36 when I left. So that's plenty cold. Plus, I got a liner underneath here too. Frankie Woobling. Good morning, Jeff. I bought my first nuke spring 2023. It died off winter of 2023. Spring 2024, a wild swarm moved into the empty hot box. That's the great thing about bees. Sometimes it's not a good thing, and other times it's an excellent thing. But nothing beats free bees, right? Not unusual YouTuber. Well, I'm glad you're back, 007. Yeah, so the removal that I did with Randy, that's a video I posted yesterday. So go to my channel if you didn't get the notification. And I know for a fact that lots of people that sign up for the notifications, that every time I post a video, they get notified. I know for a fact that you don't get the notifications because several of the people that I know personally, that uh, are signed up members, and they hit the bell, they don't get notifications. So sometimes you have to make the effort to, if you want to really want to see me, and you really must want to see me if you're going to go look up my channel. But regardless, every Friday, every single Friday, if you don't get a notification that I post a video, trust me, I posted a video, because every Friday I post a video. I've been posting videos on Friday probably for 4 or 5 years now. So if you don't see a video of me on Friday, go to the channel. There'll be one. Central Kentucky bees, 16 in Kentucky. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Mac apiary bees. Good morning, Tom. Summer. Wow, you got 2.5 gallons of honey from them bees. That is awesome. Awesome. So the title of this little episode of my going live was, it was 8 years ago today. Westcliff Honey, John, you all need a supervisor when Randy shows up. It looks like you're having way too much fun, not getting any work done. Well, Ralph was there, so he got a lot of work done. He took down the scaffolding. He and I set up he took down the soffit and the fascia, and then he and I set up the scaffolding. So we do get some work done, but if you can't have fun when you're doing your work, and then it's really work. And so we definitely cut up. You know, I I thought that was very brave of Randy, going live, because he went live when we were doing that. And look at that. Good morning, Lee. Uh, I don't know if I could ever do that, go live, because I make way too many mistakes. I like to edit out my mistakes. But I guess since Randy wasn't doing it, he didn't have to worry about that, and he just went live. But it was really interesting, to be live. And one of the things on that video, that I was just messing around with him. Randy is a lot more knowledgeable beekeeper than I am, because he's been doing it for so many more years than I have. And his dad, Pat, who's, man, that guy's just a plethora of knowledge when it comes to keeping bees, has taught Randy so much. So when you have somebody, who's your dad and can help you, whereas me, where I'm just muddling along through it, figuring it out as I go or not, he really is knowledgeable. So, but I like to give him a hard time about it. And so in this one, when I caught the queen, and I was really wanting Randy to be in there. We've tried this on another removal where I wanted to show him the queen, but I didn't find it. But this one we found it, and that was in it. So it worked out good, and it was a lot of fun doing it. I've only had 2 removals that were not fun. Both were very, there's bees or bees. And I've removed, I don't know, at least 500 hives, and out of those, I've come across just a handful of them that were so bad. But all of them, eventually they calm down once you get them through. So a lot of it is getting through that initial part, and then the bees will calm down. But it is definitely a challenge. But the more you do it, just like anything, the more you do it, it's not necessarily the job becomes easier, but you become more familiar with technique, and then the use of those techniques, and it does become easier. And you're able to, in a sense, read bees easier. And then that action of reading bees translates into when you go into your hives at your house. Because I it's I can open up a lid and I can see what's going on inside the box with just a glimpse. I know what's going on or what I'm looking to find. In India, it's almost 9 o'clock. Wow, Phil, good morning, Phil. Another member joining us. All right, so what the title of this particular video now in it's called it was 8 years ago today, and what happened, uh, small hive beetles advice. um, my 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 advice is I don't do anything for small hive beetles. I just let the bees take care of it. However, I do think those little beetle traps, those little I might even no, I don't have any. Those little beetle traps that you place in between your frames and you put oil in it. Those do work. I just find that when I pull the boxes, I spill that oil. So I don't really fool with that. So those beetle traps really do work. That would be my advice to you, Heather. Josh C. Happy Saturday, all. Love following the channel, Jeff. Thank you so much, Josh. Denby Honey from the UK, and well later on, but I got a bunch of labels today from several people that live in the UK. GrubX in my apiary has helped. I don't even know what GrubX is, but that's not. I don't keep abreast of all the latest of things for for keeping bees. So back to this, the title of this video, and it was called 8 years ago today. So today is December 7th, and in the church, in the Catholic Church faith, uh, today is the feast day of Saint Ambrose of Milan, and Saint Ambrose is one of the four patron saints of beekeepers. Let's see, there's Saint Ambrose, Saint Bernard, Saint Valentine, and Saint Abigail. Those are the four patron saints of beekeepers. And here at St. Joseph Abbey, back in 20, well, at that time, 2016, one of the monks here was a really, really good friend of mine, Father Ambrose. And because of St. Ambrose being the beekeeper, a patron saint of the beekeeper, and I was very good friends with Father Ambrose before he passed, I chose St. Ambrose as the name for our honey house. And so that's the name. That's what we call it, the St. Ambrose honey house. And that's how it got its name. Thank you, 007. I'm gonna look that up. She says GrubX is from Lowe's. It goes on the ground. The hive beetle grubs go out to the hive to the ground. It kills them there. There you go. Now that you, I have heard about that. I have heard about that. Easy Reader asks, Mr. Ed, do you feed your bees anything besides honey? No, that's it. I've always got honey in the honey house, in old honey, so it's easy for me to feed it, and I'd rather give them the honey. So it's just honey, and I don't feed the bees sugar water during the build up time or anything. That's just not my way of doing it. Not that I have anything against people that do that. I think you should, because it builds bees up very quickly, but I don't do it. I thought I saw you use something else. No, it's only I couldn't tell you the last time I used honey water, sugar water. Now I know in years past I did when I'd catch uh, do a removal and there wasn't sufficient food in there. I used to make honey water and sugar water and put internal feeders in and feed them, but I no longer do that. I still have a dozen of those feeders uh, somewhere in our warehouse. Jessica Fairfax, good morning. I just got back from a brisk walk through my apiary and checking on my chickens. Mid 20s in Virginia. That's what Larry said. It was pretty cold up there. Enjoying the live stream with my coffee. Now, oh, good, good. So you get to warm up. So did you put some honey in your coffee, Jessica? So getting back to the title and I made a video of that dedication uh, for the honey house, and it's good morning, my three sons. Uh, it's a pretty solemn occasion, a dedication, because and you'll see it in that video. They have the monks come over, they chant. Um, uh, there's actually designated prayers that they say for a dedication of a building and an operation. And so I'm pretty sure all of that stuff is on the video. I didn't watch it this morning, but I kind of remember it. And there were probably 60 people there that were at the event. So it was a solemn, fun event, and shared by the community of monks as well as uh, the community of people that come to the Abbey. So a good event, and it really uh, it really was a great way to kick off the honey house, especially after the flood that we had. So that was in March of 2016, and then by December of 2016, the honey house had been completed and it was up and running. Not and if you do watch the video, it is very bleak and plain because we were just starting out, and compared to what it is today, it's come a long, long way as far as also the equipment that we have and the wall. It's just a great place to be. So we got a little conversation between Jessica and the Beehive Homestead. Both of them are in Virginia. So the I posted the link to that video um, in the description of this live broadcast, as well as at the very beginning of the comments. I posted a link to that video too for those that want to go back and watch it. One of the things that I do remember about it, there's people in that video who have passed away since that video. So it's really nice for me to see their faces in that video. Especially my mom is in that video, and then my mentor, who actually really showed me, opened my eyes to a different way of being a beekeeper. Julian Lane, he was in there, and he really. I often think of my mentor Julian when I'm doing the things, because uh, any teacher, the student is always looking to impress the teacher by their works, and so I'm no exception. I wish Julian could see what we have accomplished since he has started this thing, because he really did. He was the one who showed me so much, and then I was able to take what I gained from his knowledge and transfer it into what we do here at the Abbey. And so I owe a lot to Julian. Good morning, Deborah. So what's the temp? Quite windy but warm. What is the temperature out there, Deborah? Lynn from East Nassau, upstate New York. I bet it's cold up there. My bees are putting away until spring. I believe that. Living vicariously through you until spring. I'm happy to be here for that. And I often think of beekeepers in the north, because I know you guys up there and gals up there that are dealing with the coldness of winter, the harshness of winter, while I'm down here in the south. Like if we have, I don't know, 10 days of temperatures below 30. That's a lot. I mean, our bees, wow, it is warm. 56, Deborah. Look at that, retired man. How are you, Harry? Uh, uh, we have so few days of really cold weather, and our bees basically fly almost all year round. So, it's just different kinds of beekeeping. And I know that what I'm doing down here, when I'm doing like my splits in February or March, you guys are thinking that is like crazy. There's no way. But I know, what's going on up there, that your bees, they're just hunkered down. They ain't even thinking about it. And yet here I am making splits, growing our bees. When is the best when is the best time to put in a double screen board to split a hive? In the springtime. For me, that is anytime. It could be anytime from mid-February to mid-March, because by March 15th, I want to be finished my splits. I need to have all my splits done by that time in order for our bees to be able to grow up to the strength that's needed for them to create a surplus of honey. If you don't have 2 boxes of bees by mid March, April, by end of April, it's very unlikely that you're going to have a surplus of honey. I'm not saying it's not, but I like to have 2 boxes of bees at the beginning of May. That's what I want, 2 boxes of bees. Richard Burner, good morning. Down here in the South, yeah. Jared lives in, oh man, Homa, I think. Uh, our bees are still working. Oh, they're still working. In fact, um, well, it was one day last week when but I saw bees bringing in pollen. Raceland, thank you. Saint Abigail, that's right. She is one of the patron saints of beekeepers. Like I said, there's 4 of them: Abigail, Ambrose, Valentine, and Bernard. All right. So what else? Well, I was when I was prior to this moment, because I didn't realize the date of what today was until I got here this morning, saw my prayers, and I saw it was the feast day of Saint Ambrose. I didn't even know it was December 7th, but I know that December 7th is his feast day. So prior to that, I was going to title this video, um, "Do Beekeepers Ever Get a Break?" And the reason I was going to be titling it that was, in the last 3 weeks, it just seems like, man, I've got all these jobs that I'm doing, related to keeping bees, and it's December, and the jobs are equipment related, that I'm building equipment. So in fact, I spent the all of Thanksgiving, because our shop is a girl you wish you knew. Good morning. Brian, good morning. Glad to have you this morning, Brian. Brian, I appreciate you must have seen every one of my videos, Brian, because you went back far, far, far. So thanks so much for doing that. So this week, well, Thanksgiving week, when the shop was closed, um, I took advantage of that opportunity, and uh, I built bottom boards. And all of our bottom boards here at the Abbey, they're all so Andrew, to answer your question, Andrew, I think a strong hive is the answer to all the problems. That a strong hive, that is, um, in the sense of the number of bees and good genetic qualities, hygienics, um, particularly hygienics, survivability. Those things are, in my estimation, essential in keeping bees. And one of the letters that I received this last month, and I'm going to read in a little while, they talk about the buckfast bees and how the people that are now running that operation are more in line with that thinking of uh, having bees that are local to your area, because those bees, um, they know how to adapt. They've already adapted to that specific area, and it's basically my way of keeping bees. That since our bees are, in a sense, local bees, I'm not, the genetic diversity is there because I'm bringing all these cutouts in, and for me, it's working very well. So I'll read that letter in a little bit. It was a great letter. So yeah, I do believe that the strength of a hive can take care of it, but you always are risking that if there's no human intervention for as far as treating. Um, there, you're always at risk of losing bees, but the loss that I sustain yearly is still the same or less than those that treat. So, to me, treating bees is not. It's just not an option for me. So I don't do it. Central Kentucky Bees. All I've done for the past two weeks is build equipment. That's what we do in the wintertime. Have enough ready for 20 more editions so far. And that's I'm building the equipment not so much for addition, because we have about 180 hives right now, and I don't want any more. I don't want any more hives. In fact, I need to get rid of. I want to get rid of about 30 more of our hives to get that number down to about 150. But I'm building equipment to replace other stuff. Uh, I built the bottom boards, and like I said, all of my boards right now are screen bottom, and so the boards that I'm building, and I build 30 of them. They're all solid bottoms. I want to put some solid bottom boards into our apiary and do a comparison on it, because bees have shown me, the bees that I do in cutouts, they do so well in solid areas, and no extra aeration of airflow. The bees can control all that stuff, and the only issue that you can really, the main issue I think would be the heat, particularly here in the south. But because I place all of our hives along tree lines facing east, so that by noontime, when the sun is the highest, the beehives are already in the shade. So it does help that way. um, but I'll find out, and I'm very anxious to get those bottom boards out in the field. Um, and so, Larry, to answer you, how many hives do we lose over the winter? I, you know, I don't know right now. Generally, it's probably about out of 150, 180, we'll probably lose about 30 of them. But so this year, um, I'm actually going to start doing beekeeping stuff and journaling our the work that I do in the field, and this has been. I see you, James. Make sure you get in touch with me, James, and we'll take care of that. Um, one of the one of the deals here at the Abbey, the work that I do at the Abbey with their bees, and it's their bees, it's their equipment, it's theirs. I'm just the guy that's running it, um, and I'm very, 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 very inadequate about keeping any records. In fact, um, the monks don't even know where our beehives are, other than the ones here at the Abbey. So I'm working right now, setting up uh, uh, to do this on computer with an iPad, where we're out in the field, where I can make my notes, and then all stuff is going to be recorded, so that should something happen, to me that at least they have records of what if somebody's going to come back and take over this operation, that they have something to fall back on. So I've been in the last 2 months meeting with one of the employees here, and we're going over records, creating records, and so that there can be something physical other than my presence being here, that there's something that can be transferable to somebody that if they came in to replace me. Not that I'm going anywhere by the grace of God, but who knows? So we're setting that up. So I will have better records as to our losses, and it's always just a guess when I say what our losses are. It's a guess from year to year, but at least now that I'm starting to keep records of this thing, this will be something that I can go back year after year and say this year was this much, this year was that much. So I'm actually looking forward to that, to being a more responsible steward rather than just oh well, this is what I'm doing. Does the world famous Mike Barry know you're going to journal? No, I'm actually I've kept this hush hush because I don't want to get razzed about it. It's like it's this is going to be something new. And remember, I'm an old guy, and old people we don't train well after a certain point of time, and so this is going to be a big learning curve for me. And I haven't told anybody this. You guys are the first to hear about it. But we had a since the dedication of the video, that's Abbott Justin, and since then we have now the Abbey has now gotten a new Abbott, and so the new Abbott. Well, let me back up. Abbott Justin was the one who was pushing me into doing this bee stuff for the monks, and that was all he just wanted to get the program up and running. He wanted a program, and now the new Abbott, Abbott Gregory, he is wanting to want me to now take this that's already established and then kind of like catalog it and put it in order, so that the next guy can have something to work off of. And I'm excited about that. It's a little bit scary for me because it's just something new, but at the same time there is a amount of curiosity on my part to actually see what I do. I probably will regret seeing how much I do, but it's gonna be. I think it'll all work out really fine. I did my first 2 years and stopped. It takes dedication to journaling. Well, I'm not going to say it's journaling, but when I'm out in the field with that, I think it'll be a lot easier using the computer than writing down in a book. And I'm not saying I'm going to go back there and clean all this stuff up. It'll be in a rough format, but at least it'll be there, and maybe I can go back and decipher it after some time. But yeah, it needs to be, you know, that there's really there's so few monks here. There's probably only I don't even think there's 30 monks here, and most of them they're most of them are older than 50, and believe it or not, I think that there's only 3 of them that are older than me. Everybody else is between 50 and 60. I'm 68, so I'm older than a bunch of them. But there is no chance that they're going to have a monk do this. And the younger monks that are coming in, they're so loaded down with responsibility. They don't they don't have they really don't have the chance to, if they wanted to do this because there's so few of them that the jobs that need to be done, they need to be done, and so this would not be something for them. So hopefully Uh, hey, Linda, great to have you this morning. Hopefully, that there will be somebody to come in and work with me that will eventually take over the operation and just let me be here having fun. Because I tell you what, fun is fun, work is work, and there's a lot of work in beekeeping, as you all very well know. So I missed what's going on over in the comment section right there. So that's one of the new things for this year that is going to be happening is that um, the monks will actually learn for the first time where all their bees are located, and it's scattered over a 30-mile radius from the abbey. Our furthest yard is about 30 miles away. Um, Most of them are closer, but we've got one about 30 miles away, and that one is in Bush, and then we've got another one um, in Enon, which is about 25 miles away from here. So, and both of those, well, actually, I added another yard in Enon this year because the first one is just I've expanded as far as I can, and so his neighbor said they wanted some bees, so we set up a yard over there. Our first yard was a St. Mary yard, and then we set up the new yard, which is now the St. Anthony yard. So all of our yards have saints' names associated with them, so that way they're identified as that, and the homeowners, the people that own the property, they pick that name because for whatever reason that saint means something to them, and so we name the yard that, and so that's how we designate our yards. Even though the monks don't know where their yards are, eventually we'll have pins on them, and they'll be able to locate them and have keys and access to them. So, Phil, you said if you had 58, I may have believed it. I don't know what that is. Hey, good morning, Mike. Oddly enough, lemongrass oil will keep the wax moth down. Now, I didn't know that. I mean, I've used lemongrass oil in swarm traps since day one. I've done that. Renee Brown, it has been a long time since I've seen you or seen your name. You are among the two that I watched to start my beekeeping journey. Between you and Randy, y'all have taught me more than anyone, including my bee club. Now I don't believe that, Renee. I don't believe that, but I know as many videos that you have watched of mine and Randy's. You spend a lot of time on YouTube, that's for sure. As well as there's a few other people that I can remember know that spend a lot of time watching. But thank you, Renee, and thank you for all that time that you spend watching. All right, let's see. We've been at 43 minutes. Uh, uh, I'm gonna start. Let's see. So Heather Williams says we captured two swarms side by side simultaneously. I've done that before. We attracted them with lemongrass oil and a 1-to-1 sugar water to spray on a low tree we would reach as we watched two bucks swarming simultaneously. One thing about swarms landing on something, it is a fact that if you have an area that bees will swarm and land on, there is a very, very, very good chance that they will swarm and land on that same spot the next year. For that reason, do not cut the low limb because then whatever was on there is gone. So it's really amazing that bees from year to year will go to the same spot, which is one reason why I have that spot right here at the Abbey, that every year at that house, I'm going to catch 7, 8, 9 swarms every year because they're going to keep going back there. So don't cut that limb. Galloway Lights, good morning. A live fishing show. Hey, so for you members and also for subscribers, uh, I think it was last week. Yeah, I posted that members only video on the bonfire here at the Abbey, and it was such a great video that what I'm going to do either this Friday or the following Friday, I haven't made up my mind yet. Um, I'm going to post that video that I posted for the members only, the bonfire, as a public video because it really was. I really like sharing that aspect of events here at the Abbey, and this is a very very unusual event. It happens every year, but um, it's unusual. And the seminarians build this huge structure, and then they light it on fire, and it was really good. But getting back to what you say, Gallery Lights, about a fishing video, uh, that day that Friday that they lit the bonfire, Charlie and I had gone fishing. Charlie and Joe, a guy here in the shop, and Charlie and I we went fishing, and we shot video. So I'm gonna make the members only video of the um, lighting of the bonfire go public, but then I'm gonna make another video for members only of our fishing trip. And man, we had a blast and caught a lot of beautiful speckled trout that day. So stay tuned for that. So Mike says, watching me gave me the fortitude to start doing cutouts. You do cutouts in Minnesota? I didn't think they had wild bees in Minnesota. Hot video. I love these live chats. Bless you. I learned so much from your audience. So good, Heather. And I'm glad, I'm grateful that you all chat amongst yourselves because that's awesome. That really is great. Karen, that was the when everybody else sees it, when those seminarians come with those torches to light that mountain of a fire, it's just awesome. And I know the camera really didn't do it a lot of justice with the lighting because I was on the wrong side of it. The other side lit really well, but I was on the wrong side. I guess they had more diesel on that side than that. Yeah, so I did post in one of my videos the seminary starting to build this structure, this fire, and so that's why I wanted to do a follow-up video of the actual burning of it. So stay tuned for that, and I'll go ahead and I'll post that one next Friday. So what's that? I don't know, the 12th or the 13th, something like that. Jared says the Good Time Charlie fishing show. No, Charlie loves shooting video, but I tell you, he loves catching fish a lot more. And Charlie is a really good fisherman, as you will see. Karen says, "Oh, I'm jealous. It's starting to ice over here." It was under a beekeeper's collapsed farmhouse. Wow. Not a good idea, but thank you for the motivation. No problem. Happy to supply it for you. Martin Curran. Hey, Mr. Ed, we love the show here in Ireland. All right. Saint Gobnate is Ireland's patron saint of bees and beekeeping. Now, does he have another name? Gobnate? Does he have another name? Because that's the first I've heard of that one. And I researched this besides because just curious, but I've never seen his name. In fact, not the Irish saints. There's a lot of them that don't have the recognition of so many, but so it's very interesting. I'm going to actually I'm going to write that down. I'm going to look that up because I want to see that for myself. She was a medieval girl back in the day. So I'm just wondering if it could have been Abigail. I don't know. I'm going to look that up. But thank you for that. And thank you for watching this one. Look at that. Wildwoods bee honey. Good morning. Good morning, Grayson. So that it could have been construed as that, Andrew, but actually that's from the Wizard of Oz. So that was the march of the soldiers, that, and that's where that came in. And if you look at the Wizard of Oz, you'll see that's where that came from. Mountaintop beekeeping. Hello, Wildwood. Yeah, that's right. That is right, Tracy. Charlie does like eating lunch. Believe it or not, and he'll probably be he'll probably be mad for me saying this. Charlie went on a diet. he he said he stopped eating his most favorite food, which is fried chicken. He says, I got to drop me some weight, but probably after the new year he'll go back a little bit, but he wants to drop some weight. So don't tell Charlie that I told y'all. But he I think he's told me he lost about 8 or 9 pounds already. Lynn says, where did you get your thermal camera? So my camera I got from Vivor, it's a Chinese company, but a lot less expensive than the FLIR that I've been using. And in my opinion, the graphics on it were way better and a lot cheaper. So it's a thermal camera from Vivor, and I did a video on it. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I know the name Superman was in it. If you want Superman eyes or something like that, but it's showing the comparison of the Vivor camera side by side with the FLIR camera and how much better imagery the thermal camera from Vivor did. Now, my FLIR camera was several years old, so technology, I'm sure, has a lot to do with the progression of clearer imaging and all that. But for the price, that was why I went. So it's Vivor. 6'2" BBQ from the Black Hills of South Dakota. Woo, I bet it's cold there. The fire burned for 2 days, and they went back there with the front end loader and just made sure everything got burnt up. But it stayed lit for 2 days. Does Charlie take a less than 2 hour lunch? Oh no, Charlie eats pretty quick. He and we both eat our lunches pretty quick. It's the bee removals that take 2 hours or more. Oh, thank you so much, James. Thank you very much. Oh my goodness. You're very welcome. Saint, what is that, Robert? Saint Madonamic. Thank you, Phil. Get leave you now. Have a baby bird I need to feed, and then off to bed. All right. Well, take care of that little bird. Let's sell it. I don't know what that is. I don't know a lot of the stuff that pops up on this screen, and especially when people do a super chat or donate money for me. That's so. I'm. Thank you very much. That's all I can say. That it's unexpected and greatly appreciated. Trust me. Good morning, Linda. So Linda was one of the fortunates of last month when um, some members on the channel gifted people memberships to the channel. So Linda, I hope you enjoyed the perks that members get by while they are a member. So I'm glad you joined me this morning, Linda. All right, so let me see. Let me grab. Oh, I grabbed them already. So everybody knows that Mr. Ed in the honey house that Mona, my wife, created this wall stuff with its honeycomb on the wall, the hexagons on the wall, and I had wanted years before this even came up, I said, "Well, I want to start putting people's honey labels on the wall," and I was just going to put them randomly on the wall, and Mona came up with the idea. No, let's uh, I'm gonna have to write that name down too. So Mona came up with the idea of putting a grid, a honeycomb grid, all on the walls of the honey house, and I'm sure most of you have already seen that. And then the idea of, well, let's put the labels, people's honey labels, inside that grid, and it's really it's looking outstanding. What was your pound wax harvest this year? uh, that I think I posted that, and I don't remember off the top of my head. Man, I got some beautiful blocks of wax, and I'm still rendering wax right now. So I don't really know the answer to that. Sorry, my throat is acting up. All right, she is very talented. So I'm asking again, still, if you are interested, and if you haven't already, well, you're going to enjoy this one too, Easy Reader. Send me your label from your honey jars, because I'd love to put your label on our wall. I'm going to have to shoot a video of all these labels, because it's just so impressive. And everybody that comes into the honey house, they look at that and say, "Man, that is like awesome." Uh, uh, and it is. It's just really cool to have labels from all over the world right there in our honey house. So if you haven't sent me a label and you want to, I have the link in this description of this video, to where to send that label. It's Mr. Ed. Just put my name, Mr. Ed, here at the Abbey, 75376 River Road, St. Benedict, Louisiana, 70457. Now, the first one I'm going to read to you is from Sean Laziak. And Sean he's a brand new member of my channel. And oh, that's right, Sean didn't send me a label. What happened? Well, Sean asked me to send him some honey. So that too, if you want to buy some honey from the Abbey, you can again go to my address right there in the description of this video, and that's where you're going to send the check. Now, I don't know if you all realize this, but postal rates have gone up, so the price of shipping now has gone up. So that I don't have any control over, but I do know that, and I don't remember exactly, but we still sell a pound of honey for $10, and then whatever the cost of shipping. One bottle, I think one bottle ships for, I think it's $12 now. And then if you want probably like up to 6 bottles, it ships for like $16 or something like that. So it's cheaper almost to send more than one bottle if you want, but it's the shipping cost that really throws everything out of whack. But you all know that already. So it's still $10 for a 1 pound plastic bottle, and I send it in plastic because I just don't. We sell our honey in glass, but I don't want to ship anything in glass because it's just not that good. So Sean didn't realize that increase, and so he sent me his check. But this is what he says. He says, "Mr. Ed, thank you for the honey. The check I sent was short $4. I wasn't worried about it. I am sending the balance due. So he sent me a check for $4. Sorry for the mix-up. Your honey is the best. Well, it's not my honey. It's St. Joseph Abbey's honey. But them girls, they know how to do some good stuff. Thank you for all you do, Sean Lasik. P.S. I signed up on your premium YouTube channel, and thank you so much for that, Sean. And he says, God bless him. Thank you for your blessing as well. So, Sean, thank you, and thank you. All right. So, let's see. Our next, and I know this is a label, is from White Smoke Honey in Loxahatchee, Florida. I hope I said that right. Let me read some of these things. Galloway Lights. How long would it take to taste sample every honey gift you ever received? Well, believe it or not, I have tasted every honey that I got. I have tasted it. So that's only taken 8 years. Now, I say I've tasted every honey, almost every honey. Kodiak Farms, Lee, pirate ship has good shipping deals. There you go. I didn't know that. I don't even know what pirate ship is, but Lee, I know you're on the cutting edge of of everything. So let's get back to our labels. And so this one is from White Smoke Honey. And I love reading the letters because this is one of the things that I really I'm sad about, that all the people prior to me reading these letters, they didn't get their letters read. And man, I had some great ones. And so I use this opportunity of being live to acknowledge that I got the honey labels, as well as to let you all know how much I appreciate you sending me your label and writing letters, especially writing letters. So this one is from, I don't see their name. So, oh, Sean, another Sean. Hello, Mr. Ed. My name is Sean, and I am the owner of White Smoke Honey. We are a Black-owned and veteran-operated company based out of Loxahatchee, Florida. My family and I are big fans of the channel. Thanks so much, Sean. I heard you are coming to the Palm Beach County Beekeepers Association. That's actually correct. So in November of 2025, they've already invited me to speak at the West Palm Beach, their association. So I'm looking forward to being there. So I think the date was November the 19th. I think it was prior to Thanksgiving. So I will be in West Palm Beach in November. We are excited and thrilled to see you. Well, I'll be very happy to go there as well. Peace be with you and have a blessed day. Sky Soldiers, 173rd Airborne. God bless you and thank you for your service, Sean. So here is the honey label from White Smoke Honey. What an original looking honey label. Thank you so much, Sean, for sending me your label and for your service to our country. You know, and speaking of service of the country, another event that happened today, of course, it was many years ago. In fact, it was 1941, is the bombing of Pearl Harbor. And my father was in the Air Force, so I grew up a military. Thank you, Clay. Thank you very much. I grew up in the military, and I'm very sensitive to what the sacrifices that people make to be in the military, and for all those in at Pearl Harbor at the time who lost their lives, gave their life for their country. So today is a day of remembrance for them as well. So we have the National D-Day Museum here in New Orleans. It's one of the biggest ones in the nation, and it is a very big day for them down there. So for all servicemen and women, thank you very much for the service that you provide for all of us Americans. Thank you. Go Army. Hey, Casey, it's been a long time since I heard from you. Great to see you. And Clay, thank you so much again. Merry Christmas as well. Uh, I remember last year, Clay, that I saw you outside of the Navi. So this year, let's see if we can meet inside. Let me take a few minutes to talk about that. So January the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, which is right after New Year's, um, I'll be in Louisville, Kentucky, at Cayman Reynolds North American Honeybee Expo. It's like the biggest bee show in the country, and this year it's going to be even bigger than last year. Great name speakers. A lot of them, are those really scientist guys. But I know off the top of my head, I know Randy Oliver's going to be there. Bob Benny's going to be there. Uh, uh, Professor Fred Dunn's going to be there speaking. These are all speakers. And then there's a list of very smart bee people, biologists, and that kind of stuff. So along with the vendors. Oh my gosh, I'm so looking forward to going through the and talking with the vendors. I have some things that I have personally that I'm going to be talking to people about. Look at that. Sean, Joey, Bag of Donuts is showing up, and Nancy as well. Good morning to y'all. Um, hey, look at that, Bryce. Good morning. So I'm looking forward to going to the Navi for so many reasons, but the top of those reasons is to be able to meet you. That 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 to me is the best thing there, to see all the people that follow along with my channel, uh, um, and then to be in company with so many people of same spirit, beekeepers. It's such a great event in that um, there there is no like competition. We're all there because we love bees, and it's such a wonderful time to spend with so many people who share your passion, and then the products that you can look at and possibly even buy is just unbelievable. Taylor boys, good morning. Tamale H. Kahuha. Oh man, that's terrible. I'm sorry I blotched your name so bad. But from Hawaii, good morning, and thank you for being here this morning. So for those that are contemplating going to Louisville in January, I strongly suggest go ahead and take the dive and go do it. I know sometimes it's a little hard because it's right after the new year, and it's hard to get things done. But I'm planning on, and I know so many other people that are looking forward to this event. Joey Rouse, another YouTuber, he posted a video. I think it was last Saturday on on the Navi. And so if you go to Joey Rouse, it's Rawls, Joey Rouse Bees, you can see that his presentation of the Navi from last year, and the amount of people just going down that line to get into it. Oh, great video. And so it was like, you're getting me ready, Joe. You're getting me ready. Oh, it's going to be a great time, Bryce. It's going to be a great time. So January the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. I had asked Cayman. I seen Cayman in August. He was a speaker here at the Louisiana beekeepers meeting, and I asked him. I said, Cayman, if you don't mind, I really would rather just walk the floor and talk with people and not speak. And he says, no problem. So that's my responsibility. I'll be on the floor, walking around, and I look so forward to meeting you and shaking your hands, taking pictures with you. It's just going to be a fun time. All right. So getting back to labels and letters. So this one is from Tim Ross in Johnson City, Tennessee. And he writes, "Dear Brother Jeff, thanks be to God for your radiant channel and positive joy." Sometimes it's hard for me to read this stuff. Sending my label I use to image a beekeeping project in Kenya, Africa, named Warrior Gold. So let's see. So he managed a beekeeping project. Wow, that's pretty cool. So we adapted the label when we came stateside. We live with the Messiah tribe, hence the shield and the spears. God bless you, Tim Ross. And here is Tim's honey label. Warrior Gold Honey, 100% pure honey. Look at that. Very nice. Very, very nice. Thank you, Tim. And that's going to look great on our wall. All right. Our next one is from Andrew Berna in Madison, Wisconsin. And Andrew says, "Dear Jeff, I have been a long time something. I always look forward to your new videos as fan." A long time fan. "I have always looked forward to your new videos as they offer a different view of beekeeping than the traditional how-to videos." Well, I would have to say, Andrew, that I would agree with you 100%. I don't do a lot of stuff in beehives. My channel is basically removals, and I do share some stuff that people do with beekeepers, particularly splitting hives. That I do, but the other aspects, catching swarms, doing cutouts, that's what I do, and that's what I love. I love showing. Hey, Gary, great to see you this morning. Look at that, Tar Heel bees. Good morning, Randy. So here is the label from Andrew. Oh, he says, "Best wishes and God bless." Thank you, Andrew. Here is Andrew's honey label. Burnabees, raw, unfiltered, and ungraded. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you very much. Now, look at that, Brian. Baker's Bees, good morning. You're a little bit late, Brian. I mean, Lee's been here for at least 40 minutes. So one of the things that was really interesting this month was the number of labels that I got from the UK. Look at that. I got 4 of them from the UK, and I mean some really, really great ones in here. And I'm really happy to share this stuff with you. And I have to express my gratitude for all those people outside of the United States that send me their labels. I'm grateful for everybody that sends me their labels, but to me, it's almost like I can't believe that somebody outside of the United States would even want to participate in something like this, and yet here we have people sending me this kind of stuff. So here, this one is from Andrew Beacon. So Andrew, he's been on here almost since the beginning. So Andrew, here is your letter that you sent, and thank you for typing it, because I can really read that, Andrew. And you should have told me how old you are, Andrew, because I know you're older than 68. I think you said 70, something like that. I know. So Andrew's a long-time beekeeper. "Dear Mr. Ed, I did send you an email on the 30th of October, but looks like it may have got lost in the ether. I, I'm, I have so many unread emails, and I'm really terrible about responding. Other than comments on my YouTube channel, I answer all of those. But everything else, sometimes I'm good at it, sometimes I'm not, and then it slips down into the cracks and it's gone. So I'm sure you that it got there. It just never crossed my eyeballs. Um, Forgive me if I repeat myself should this letter cross and you have seen and read it. I love your videos with Good Time Charlie and others. Very interesting and fun too. Please find enclosed a selection of labels that I use for my own honey, hen honey, and wild honey from cutouts, etc. I do really hope that you can stick maybe one or two on your wall of fame. Oh, I most certainly will. The hen hotel comes from when I kept chickens and the run I'd made them known as the hen hotel. I've been watching with interest your husbandry techniques, i.e., no queen excluders, twin brood boxes, same boxes and frames for brood and supers, etc. All in all, not dissimilar to my operation, but with much smaller with the much smaller war hive boxes than his dimensions, allowing 8 frames. I don't work with them as top bar. I make all my own equipment from wax foundation and from rendered wax to the boxes, frames, and stands. That's awesome. Also, of course, bottling and label graphics. Beekeeping and my club mates have kept me from slipping back into depression, having been hit by long COVID since 2020. COVID was bad for everybody. I'm so lucky I plumped for the small weir hive because I've lost so much strength. I would have been able to lift anything bigger now. Getting older doesn't help. 71. He's 71. I joined the club having made the hives on a whim while depressed in 2008 or 9. I joined the committee and later in 2018 became chairman, post from which I have stepped down because of the long COVID. Haven't been able to get out collecting swarms, etc. Despite much less attention to the bees, they managed 70 kilos from just 3 hives. Awesome. I'm going into winter with 6 strong colonies with plenty of stores, so fingers crossed. Yeah, I know. I do waffle on. I'm so sorry. Best wishes for the upcoming Christmas season, Andy B. And so Andy got it all. And now here are several of the different labels that Andy has. So let's do this one. Try to get it in focus for you. This is the Hen Hotel. 2 different kinds. A little explanation, and then something about Asian hornets. Thank you very much, Andy. And these will be going on the wall, and hopefully we'll be able to show you that. All right, let's see what else we got. Oh. Let's see. Crazy about birds. Good morning. Thank you, Nancy. Yeah, remember the thumbs up. Scrody McGroat meatballs. Hello. Man, it's been a while since you've been on. ECPB, good morning. Oh, great. I'll be at Nobby. Thank you, Chris. And I look forward to seeing you too. Tom, TFT. Slovenia. Wow. Thank you for joining us, Tom. Thank you very much. All right. Our next one is, look at that beautiful card I got. Huh? Man. This one is from Jill and Alec. And they say, Dear Mr. Ed and Good Time Charlie, my husband Alec keeps bees in Essex, England. Just to say hi to you both and to let you know that we love watching your YouTube videos. Alec has about 20 hives, some in the garden and some at local farms. They keep him very busy. I just I just offer unwanted advice and help clear up all the mess that beekeeping creates, and it does. It creates a lot. We live right next to Epping Forest, and the fall colors are late at the moment. Keep up the good work. Love, Jill and Alec. And here is their honey label from the UK. Oops. Beautiful label. I love those hand drawn labels. Those things are so nice. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you very much, Jill and Alex. Thank you very much. All right, let's see. I think this is the next one is from Shane. Dear Mr. Ed, my name is Shane and I'm from the UK. I am a backyard beekeeper in a small village situated in the Midlands. I watched your YouTube channel and saw your wall with honey companies from all over the world. I would be very grateful if you would add mine to the wall. Thank you. Keep up the YouTube content. I very much enjoy it. Kind regards, Shane. Well, Shane, I appreciate the fact that you watch the channel, and I most assuredly will be adding your label to the wall. And here's Shane's label. Thank you very, very much, Shane. Mark Miller, good morning. You saw that, Andrew, and thank you, Andrew. Thank you very much, Andrew. All right, got another one here, and this is another one from the UK, from R. Senior. This is the one I was wanting to get to because this is just awesome. This one. And again, thank you for typing. Have it type. And it is from Stained Cross Apiaries, Honey and Wax and Queen and Education. Says Mr. Ed, 75376 River Road, St. Benedict, Louisiana, 70457, United States of America. Dear Mr. Ed, all the best from Yorkshire, England. Please find and close my label, which I hope will make it onto you all, most assuredly. Back in 2006, Dad and I started with bees, and when Dad died in 2010, I continued. Our small holding overlooks the countryside near Penistone, where our passion for beekeeping blends tradition with a mission for sustainability. We focus on maintaining healthy colonies of near native, okay, I'm gonna mess it up, Apis mellifera, AMM. This breed, often overlooked in modern beekeeping, is a hardy survivor adapted to the British climate. Protecting and nurturing AMM is at the heart of our work as we seek to conserve local genetic diversity and ensure bees thrive naturally in their home environments. I love that philosophy. I love it. It's really my philosophy. What I do here at the Abbey with our local bees, because I am a big believer in getting bees in your particular area because those bees have adapted to that area. Uh, you know, I'm not a big supporter of buying. If I'm living in Louisiana, I'm not going to buy bees from Georgia or South Carolina or wherever. If I'm going to buy bees, I want to buy bees from a beekeeper in my area because there's a greater chance that those bees, in my opinion, are more acclimated to that particular environment that they're on. So This is exactly what they're trying to do right there. I work as a special needs coordinator in 3 local Catholic primary schools during the week, and my love for education crosses over into my beekeeping. Education is central to what we do. We welcome visitors to engage with the world of bees through hands on experience. That's awesome. Thank you for the work you do promoting beekeeping. The crossover with our Catholic faith is an added bonus. Amen. Last year, I struck up a friendship with the head beekeepers at Buckfast Abbey in Devon, the location of Brother Adam, the creator of the Buckfast bees. They have now changed their approach and now promote locally adapted bees and working with the stocks of bees you have in your own apiaries rather than importing. It's maybe this is a grassroots thing getting ready to get started. That'd be awesome. If you ever in the UK, we are only a small outfit, but you are more than welcome to come and see us. I'm sure that Claire and Martin at Buckfast Abbey, which is a Benedictine abbey, would love to see you too. It's a beautiful part of the world. Yes, I'm very much aware of it. And here is the label from Stonecross Apiaries. Got to take it off there. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you very much for that. Not only that, now look at this. They also sent me this, a certificate for a worker bee sponsorship. Mr. Ed, the above named person is the proud sponsor of a worker bee. She lived with her 50,000 sisters at Stonecross Apiaries. You'll find her tending to brood, collecting nectar, or cleaning a hive. Why not come out and visit her in the summer months? And look, this is good all the way in December of 25. Then on the back of it, it says Stain. This is the back of the card. It says Stonecross Apiaries, our journey to sustainable beekeeping. Welcome to Stonecross Apiaries, where we are committed to sustainable, ethical, and local beekeeping. As stewards of honeybees, our mission is to nurture resilient, regionally adapted honeybee population. Sounds like what I'm doing. We believe in fostering strong, self sustaining bee colonies that are well adapted to local conditions and naturally resilient to pests like the varroamite. This involves selective breeding within our apiaries and promoting genetic diversity, a crucial element in ensuring our bees are adaptable to the challenges they face. As you support Stonecross Apiaries, you become part of this journey, helping to safeguard not only honeybees, but the biodiversity that sustains all life in our environment. Together, we are building a sustainable legacy, one bee at a time. Thank you for being a part of this vital work. Look at that, and I'm part of that too. For a whole year, I get. So if I ever get to the UK, I'm coming to see you. Of course, I'm going to go see Buckfast as well. All right, so let's see. I've been missing stuff. Rob sails away. Hello, and Merry Christmas too. Joey Rouse. Joey, you missed it. I gave a plug for your channel. I told him about the video that you posted on the Navi last year. So maybe some people will be taking a look at that. It's worth a look for sure. Look at that. Joey shows up and everybody wants to tell Joey hello. All right. Golly, it's already been almost an hour and a half. And I got one more person to thank for their labels and a little bit of other things. And Jared, are you still in there? You still watching or you busy? You left. Let me know, because I hope you didn't, because I finally got around to your stuff. I wasn't saving the best for last, but what can I say? So Jared is a member on the channel. Jared actually bought bees from Mr. Ed, and he is vision. Oh yeah, there he is. My dogs and I are watching. He has got dreams of him and his honey that is his fiance, I think fiance, uh, of becoming sideline beekeepers in Raceland, around Raceland. And so Jared sent me a couple of things this morning, as well, his label, as well as a few other things. So here's what Jared said. Dion Fitzgerald, good morning, Dion. Well, I'd love to visit the UK, Dion, but I don't know. I'm very, 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 very happy living here in Louisiana. But who knows? Maybe one day I'll get out there. But trust me, if I ever do go to the UK, I am going to visit Buckfast. It's just got roots for me, and I want to be there. But there's so much history in the UK. Anyways, let's get back to what Jared said. Dear Mr. Ed, how can Superman call himself a superhero when he wears his red underwear on the outside of his pants? I don't know. I'm typing this slowly because most people can't read fast. Thank you for being a godly man and sharing your joy with the rest of the world. In the Old Testament, Nehemiah writes that the joy of the Lord is our strength. It is, it's for me. You're obviously a very strong man. Please find enclosed a couple of stickers, a shirt for Good Time Charlie and Mr. Ed, and a sample of our honey for each of you. Be blessed as you continue to be a blessing to others. May the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jared keep you and your family. Your brother in Christ, Jared and Michelle. And I love on the bottom, he says the quote from Proverbs 24, which is on the back of my business card here at the Abbey. It says, my son, eat honey, for it is good, and the drippings of the honeycomb are sweet to your taste. That saying, Proverbs 24, is on the back of my labels. Hold on, I'm going to show you. Let me show you that. I got to find one now. So here's, oops, I'll put it right way. This is my business card for here at the Abbey. So anybody that is looking, that's it. And on the back of it, just to prove it, Proverbs 24:13. My son, eat honey, for it is good. So here is Jared's label. Buy you honey. So Jared, thank you for that. But Jared also, that wasn't enough. Jared had to go overboard, and he sent me a jar of his honey. Now this is gonna be displayed in the honey house. Beautiful. I love these bottles. Look, some honey sticks and a honey scooper too, as well. But that wasn't enough. No, Jared didn't think that was enough. He had to send us a T-shirt. Look at that, Mr. Ed. There you go. And then on the back of it is his honey label. Look at that. That is awesome, Jared. Awesome. Wow. So, Jared, thank you very, very much. Let's see. I really appreciate the channel and Jeff's natural beekeeping. Thank you, Linda. All right, so let's see. We've been on for an hour and a half. We can make it a couple more minutes, 10 more minutes, I guess, because mass will be starting, and I gotta do that and a few other things before mass. Why do they make honey sticks that shape? It's just a straw. That's most of the oh, he's got it taped. I'm sorry, I can't show you, but it's just a plastic straw that is filled with honey. And I know a lot of cyclists, they love these things. They bring these things, and as they're riding, they'll just pull the honey out. And it gives them a little boost of energy because it's sugar, right? Don't worry, Andrew. I wouldn't make it in the wintertime. Mr. Ed, in cold weather, we don't get along at all. So Crazy About Birds says, before this ends today, I would like to wish you and all a very Merry and Christmas and a Happy New Year. I also hope you had a great Thanksgiving. So thank you so much for that well wishes for Christmas, New Year, and Thanksgiving. So let's see what else was I going to do? I don't think I had anything else to show. No questions about bees today. I didn't see anything. Well, maybe one or two things. We had a bunch of people watching though. I know that. Got there's 70 people watching and 77 thumbs up. All right. Thank you all very much for that. And man, I had a bunch of members watching this morning. I don't have anything else. Let's see. Look at that, Steve. I can't believe it. You made it. You made it to it this morning, right before we're closing up. Hey, Steve, you going to be making it to Nabi again this year? Because if you are, I'll be there too. Richard Briner, carbs, not sugar. That's right, carbs. Cinia Holmes, good morning. Wow. Let's see what else off the top of my head. Uh, you know, we did we the Arkansas Adventure guys. We did a fishing trip last week. I think it was last week, and Charlie and I had done a little fishing trip the week prior to that, and then I'd gone a week after that with the Arkansas Adventure guys. And the Arkansas Adventure guys, we're all a bunch of retired mailmen. We all worked together for 25 years, and we did a charter out of Chef and Tour Chef Pass, and man, we loaded up on the trout. Now, I did not video. I videoed some of it. In fact, I might include some of that footage on a video at end or beginning of it. But we just had a great time, and every time we do get together, Arkansas Adventure guys, it's always a fun time. We're actually already planning in May of next year. We'll be going back up fishing the White River in Arkansas uh, in May. But speaking of that, I got an invite to speak at it's Arkansas's State Association, one of their conferences. I think it was in September, and I think that one is going to be in Mountain View, Arkansas, which is near where we fish on the White River. All right, Randy, thanks for dropping in this morning. Cinna says, I fish every morning. Would love to see your fishing videos. I actually have a couple of fishing videos posted on the channel. And if you type in Arkansas Adventure, you'll see a couple of them on there. Thank you, Andrew, and Merry Christmas to you as well. All right, guys. Well, it's an hour and says hour and 40 minutes almost. So we're gonna wrap it up. I really, really, really appreciate you all spending your morning with me this morning. And the first of the month, every Saturday, the first of the month, I plan on going live again. It's I like talking about what's morning, Michael. I like talking about what I've done in that month, and I know I meant to talk about building the equipment, but that'll be upcoming, and I will be making videos on that because I know there's so many beekeepers out there that enjoy building their own equipment. For the most part, because we have so many hives, I don't build my equipment, especially the boxes or the frames. But the other components, bottom boards, inner covers, telescoping covers, I'll build those because I can build them cheaper than I can buy them. So I do it. So I will be posting videos on making of those things, and I certainly hope that you will watch it. One thing about a comment on a video I just posted. It's probably been 2 or 3 weeks ago. I did a video on a couple of beginner beehive kits, and I know it was long, and I really debated on posting it in 1 or 2 parts, because it was an hour and 25 minutes. I know that's excessive, and I apologize for that. But there's a lot of information that I wanted to cover in the video, and as such, um, uh, it it to me, it made more sense just to make it one video, and you could pick and choose over it. But I thought I gave 4 examples of some really good beginner beehive kits that you could consider in looking into. And all the kits came with options to buy. So I really couldn't give you a set price. I gave you a price for the one that I did, but that price can vary depending on the options that you choose. It could be less, it could be more. It's just the options. So if you're looking considering buying beginner beehive kits, and it's always a way, those kits generally, if you buy a kit, you save a few dollars because you're not buying individual components, but rather a whole hive. So you can save a few dollars that way. And for brand new beekeepers, they're always a great option to begin their journey of beekeeping. So if you haven't watched the video, maybe you want to go back and look at it. It's only 2 or 3 weeks old already, so you can go back and check on that. So I think we're going to go ahead and sign off on that note. Again, thank you all very much for spending your morning with me, this little time that you spent with me, and I look forward to next month being with you, and as well as sharing the videos of the next 4 weeks with you all as well. So thanks for watching. Keep on watching, and I will be making more. Merry Christmas and God bless. Mr. Ed, I am out of here until the next video. God bless everybody. It's going to end real soon. Not yet. Bye.